All right, we will officially call this meeting to order, and looks like we have some recognition
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being with us this evening. Look around. It's great to see a crowd. We're excited you're going to stay with us for the full hour and a half. That's pretty normal. We often start the meeting, if you haven't been with us in the past, highlighting some of our key guiding principles, and we always start with individual student growth, and tonight we have both individual student growth and collaboration. So we are going to start with the students. Johnson County Spelling Bee. When I call your name here in a moment, yes, it's time to celebrate. When I call your name here in a moment, please come forward. We had some of our students representing their elementary and their CBIS schools at the Johnson County Spelling Bee. Maggie Tyler from Needham Elementary. Maggie. Jason Kazee from Northwood. Is Jason here? Bristol Maynard from Union. There's Bristol. Reed Ludlow from Webb. Susan Cummings from CBIS. Susan's here. And Luke Hutchins from Creekside, who was also the first runner-up at the Johnson County Spelling Bee. Congratulations to all of our amazing spellers.
Well done, everyone. We're going to just talk to you a little bit for a second. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Good. Well, it was nerve-wracking at school, right? And then also in Johnson County, but you guys did a great job. We actually have 2 Union kids here, correct? Did you go to Union also? Yeah, so Union is well represented. And I believe that this person's family was a 3-time. Is that? So well done. So the family is well represented in spelling. So please introduce yourself. If your mom or dad or grandma or grandpa is here, please point them out. And then we'll take one picture here with Mrs. Betts, okay? So you're going to tell us your name, what school, and introduce anybody that's here with you.
Bristol, and I'm from Union.
And who's with you tonight?
My mom and my dad and my brother.
I'm Reed. I come from Webb Elementary, and my mom and my dad are here.
So, Reed, I have to ask you, that counselor at Webb, she needs a lot of help, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk afterwards, okay? All right.
I'm Susan, and I go to CBIS, and my parents are here.
My name is Luke Hutchins, and I go to Creekside Elementary, and I'm here with my mom and my sister.
All right, well, congratulations. And we know all the hard work was for the pencil, right? Right? Thank you. They don't know my jokes very well. All right, let's get a picture here. Right here? Okay. Now, Reed, make sure you don't tell Mrs. Clendenning what I said, right? All right. Thanks, everybody.
Congratulations. Well done. And continuing with excellence, our high school social studies and interdisciplinary academic teams competed at the state level at Purdue University earlier this month. The science team came in 3rd place in the state. Social studies came in 3rd place in the state. Yes, celebrate. And interdisciplinary came in 6th. All 3 of these high school teams will rank in the top 10 overall in the state. As I call your name, please come forward. Ethan Bergman. Monica Saylor. Sean Greider. Ben Warland. Cecilia Wirtz. Zane Khan. Samuel Chen. Luke Bromley. Pawanji Deal. Caitlin Smith. Noah Woods. Neha Patel. And Milo Mushian. Congratulations, job well done. This is a mix of the three teams. One more time, a round of applause. If you would, we're going to start with you, Ethan. Introduce yourself. Tell us if you're a senior, if you know what your plans are for next year. If you're not, we anticipate you'll be back here next year at this time. So we know that part already, right? Yes, yes. With your other colleagues, math, we'll just bring some other people along, right? Fine arts. Who is with you? And then what team you're on, or if you're on multiple teams. Did you get all that?
My name is Ethan Bergman. I am a senior and I will be going to Purdue to study engineering. I am on the science and interdisciplinary teams, and I'm here with my mom.
My name's Monica. I'm a senior as well. I'm going to Notre Dame to study chemistry, and I'm on the science academic team, and I'm here with my mom and baby brother.
My name is Sean. I'm a senior. I am crawling out of Indiana to Cornell University to study mathematics. Social studies team and math team and interdis team. And when I turned 18, my parents told me I'm on my own, so I'm a lone wolf tonight.
I'm Ben Warland. I'm on the social studies team, and I'm here with my dad, and my mom's somewhere. I can't seem to.
I'm Zane Khan. I'm a senior who will be attending Purdue to study biochemistry. I'm on the science team, and I'm here with my mom.
Hi, I'm Samuel Chen, and I'm a senior this year, and I'll be attending Georgia Tech and be studying computer science. I was on the math, science, and interdisciplinary team.
My name is Pawanji Deal, and I'm on the social studies academic team. And after high school, I want to go to IUPUI and study finance and economics. And I am also practicing independence like Sean, so I'm here with my friend tonight, Miha.
I'm Luke. I was on the interdisciplinary and social studies team, and I'm with my mom tonight.
I'm Caitlin. I'm a junior. I was on the science team and also practicing independence.
I'm Noah Woods. I was captain of the social studies academic team, and tonight I'm joined by my mother and father. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Neha, and I'm on the social studies academic team, and I'm a senior, and after high school, I'm going to go to Indiana University, Indianapolis, and major in nursing and become a labor and delivery nurse. And I'm practicing independence with my friend Pawanji.
I'm Milo. I'm a junior this year, and I was on the interdis, the fine arts, and the English teams this year. And I'm here with Mama and Dada.
And the coaches are here as well, yes. Mrs. Kuntz, Mrs. Spraker, please come up to get a group picture. And Miss Anderson, yes. Well, this is a repeat from last year. This team did come back. They were here a year ago and the year before. So we're doing quite well. So we're going to get one picture. And if you recall that Monica and Mr. Bergman are also our National Merit Scholars. So I have to say Notre Dame's going to be okay. My son went there and he's doing okay. So you'll enjoy that time. For all of you Purdue, Mr. Lamb says thank you. He is an ardent Purdue fan. So we need to, let's go 2 rows. All right. Dr. Warland, jump in here. All right. What do you need now?
The front row might need to. You don't have to kneel, but just dip down. If you like halfway kneel, you didn't practice this, make it real.
Thanks, everybody. Well done. There you go.
I'm so happy.
Congratulations. To all of our spellers, this may be a group you want to aspire to. English, science, social studies, math, spell bowl, lots of opportunities. Harvard Model Congress. We had several students attend Harvard Model Congress this year. We've been participating in this opportunity for a very long time and are traditionally quite successful. We want to recognize 3 of our high school students this evening that received awards. Noah Woods served on the United Nations Security Council. He earned or won the gavel, which is the highest award. Please congratulate Noah. Sean Greider served in the House on the Energy and Commerce Committee, honorable mention. And Cole Hufford, is Cole with us this evening? Cole Hufford served in the Senate on the Select Committee on Intelligence and won, again, an honorable mention. One more time, please congratulate these young men. Excellent work, everyone. Please, one more time, congratulate all of our students, their coaches, all of you, family, parents, friends, family. We know it takes everyone working together for our students' success, and we just want to thank all of you, so thank you again. Moving on to collaboration. Crystal Morse. Is Crystal Morse with us? Crystal, please come on forward. Crystal was the recipient of the 2024 Indiana and National PGA Player Development Award. Crystal is a prominent figure within the golf industry, from speaking to brainstorming ideas for adult and youth player development, to transforming the PGA Junior League at the Legends Golf Club, to coaching Franklin Community High School, and much, much more. Please join me in congratulating Crystal on this outstanding achievement.
I just want to thank you for this recognition and thank the school board. I've loved being a part of Franklin Community Schools and really growing kids and the youth through the game of golf. It's very rewarding, and I look forward to doing it much more in the future. So very enjoyable, and again, I really appreciate the recognition.
Thank you very much. Let's get one picture.
Best Buddies. Coach, go ahead and come on forward. Anderson Roberts, please. The Franklin Community High School Best Buddies program. If you're in Best Buddies, go ahead and come forward with Coach. The Best Buddies program received the national banner for their involvement and inclusion year-round through unified sports, school-wide awareness activities, and our Best Buddies program. Special Olympics awards this honor every 4 years. Please join me in congratulating Coach Anderson Roberts and our Best Buddies program.
Well, thank you. This is really, like she said, an award we got because we started a flag football program like 3 years ago now. And once we started the flag football program, I realized we were able to actually apply for that. And it's a very extensive application where you have to show that our school is in unified sports year-round. We have a unified leadership crew. So like of those up here, like Maria here, she is our Best Buddies vice president. She's been in unified flag football. She's been in unified track. And she's a senior here. So she's one reason why this is even a possible award for us to get. Izzy here is a freshman who just joined unified track this year. And I've told the kids, like in multiple emails this week, I'm like, we only got this award because you're here today. So Gavin and Alberto have both done flag football and track. Yeah. Wyatt at the ends also, who just walked in, he's done flag football and track. And then Ethan just joined us in track this year. So this is kind of a small group. Both teams have like 30 students apiece. We also dabbled in doing like a one-day unified bocce and bowling. And just like literally everything you see us do around the school, including tailgating the events. Trying to think of other things we have done. Like everything we do is a factor into why we got this award. So thank you guys. Yes, the dances too.
Congratulations. Well done. Do you want to tell everybody something?
Ciao. Think about, think about, think all the way. Think about, think about, all the way.
Nice job. Great job. Thank you. You're welcome. Nice job. All right. Melissa Stewart and Peyton Walters, could you go ahead and please come forward? The Indiana Department of Education has offered Indiana teachers training in the science of reading. They're providing the tools teachers need to teach students to read using proven, effective strategies. The reading modules were developed in partnership with Marian University so that educators may access ready-to-go science of reading learning modules. These modules, available via the Indiana Learning Lab, are voluntary and are open to all teachers who sign up. Those who are eligible will earn a stipend to the tune of about $1,200, I believe, from the state for completion of the course. Melissa Stewart from Needham Elementary and Peyton Walters from Northwood Elementary both completed that course from IDOE this year. Please join me in thanking them and congratulating them. They are women of few words. Congratulations to both of you. Well done. PTO presidents. If you have not served on one of our PTOs or been involved before, they're crucial to the work that we do with students and with families and with our teachers. So thank you so much to all of you across the district who are involved in our PTOs. Nicole Sebeski is the president at Creekside Elementary. Please come forward, Nicole, thank you. Ellen Ducate at Needham Elementary. Heather Clausen at Northwood Elementary. Libby Finley and Whitney McCarthy at Union Elementary. Nicole Seal at Webb Elementary. Laura Alexander at CBIS. And Alicia Sherry at Franklin Community Middle School. Please join me in giving these volunteers a warm round of applause. Thank you all so very much. We have substitutes in our buildings, all 8 of them. If you've ever felt a burning desire to substitute, we need people all the time. Matter of fact, I'm sure we can produce applications and have them as you exit this evening. So please don't hesitate, don't be shy if you would like to sub. But we do have outstanding subs this year. 4 of them that we want to recognize. Tom Haywood, is Tom here? He's one of our outstanding subs this year, often at the high school, if you've seen him. Jamie Jeffrey, Kaylee Van Lanahan, and Susie Whitworth. Please join me in thanking those 4 individuals. Every year, our buildings select support staff of the year for their building and teachers of the year for their building. As many of you probably know, Franklin actually was awarded the Teacher of the Year for the state of Indiana last year with Eric Jenkins. He's the 2024 Teacher of the Year for the state. This process, these individuals that I'm getting ready to announce, are part of that process that eventually leads to that state recognition. Our support staff of the year for this year, from Creekside Elementary, Jamie Ripperger. Jamie Murray from Needham Elementary. There you go. Come on down, Jamie. Kimberly Haveman from Northwood Elementary. Peggy Riggles from Union Elementary. Ashley Wilde from Webb. Jennifer Mabardi from CBIS. Gina Dillon from Franklin Community Middle School. Jonathan Crouch from Franklin Community High School. Mike Buck from the district, Maintenance and Grounds, and Bill Neville from the district. This year's support staff of the year was Mike Buck. And now for our Teachers of the Year for 2024. From Creekside Elementary, Stephanie Oliver. From Needham Elementary, Danielle Combs. From Northwood Elementary, Trish Foreman. From Union Elementary, Jennifer Stone. From Webb Elementary, Emily Flack. From CBIS, Sarah Taylor. From Franklin Community Middle School, Mary Foreman. And from Franklin Community High School, Alicia Giese. For 2024 at Franklin Community Schools, our elementary teacher of the year was Trish Foreman. And our secondary teacher of the year was Mary Foreman. Excellent work, team, to all of you.
I just have to say a couple words. Outstanding representation of all of our faculty. We have the very best in the state of Indiana. But I want to highlight Trish. Not only was she recognized for her Teacher of the Year for the district, she has 40 years of service, and she was recognized this year for that. Is that not amazing? 40 years and recognized as the Teacher of the Year. And the person to her left is someone special in her life and special in our life. It's her daughter. And for the first time ever, we have a family representing the district as Teachers of the Year. So isn't that pretty cool, too? As we've traveled through the year this year, as Brooke mentioned, Eric was the Indiana Teacher of the Year. We highlighted Mrs. Anderson, who is here at the middle school, as the Indiana Counselor of the Year. And we also have the Elementary Principal of the Year. No district that we could find throughout the state of Indiana has had that same trifecta ever. So I'm really proud of the outstanding people that I get to work alongside every single day. And these group of teachers will be just like the rest of them that have been that they're following. So thank you very much. And we'll get a picture now. You all have your pencils, and it's great.
And last but certainly not least, our retirees for 23-24. There are 6 of them. As I call your name, please come forward, and please know that each and every one of these individuals will be deeply, deeply missed. Becky Zare, Middle School Essential Skills, 36 years of service. I'm not sure any of them are here. Do you want me to read them?
Yeah, just read them.
Cheryl Weedman, High School, CTE and Co-op, 39 years of service. Holly Terrell, High School Dean of Students, 41 years of service. Jeff Anderson, CBIS, 6th grade Math and Social Studies, 41 years of service. Peggy Kinsey, Webb Kindergarten, 11 years of service. And Teresa Forbes, Northwood, 39 years of service. I did the math. Together, they've served 207 years. That's pretty awesome. Congratulations to everyone. If you would like to depart and not spend the rest of the evening with us, now's the best time to do that.
Can you imagine? I couldn't. Yeah. Stay, please stay. I should have told you not to do that. I always just How can you follow up on that?
I don't know.
There's 11 years of kindergarten. Is that 12 years? I was singing. That was fun.
Alberto. You guys sticking around?
Yes.
Oh, yes, yes. Yes.
Never ceases to amaze me how quick we can evacuate an auditorium. For the record, I want to say that Mrs. Terrell was my homeroom teacher when I was in school. So for her to survive that, kudos. All right, thank you for sticking around. We'll move on to our consent agenda. Are there any public comments? All right.
President Tuppenfield, I have a couple comments, please. One, I'd like to highlight that we are announcing in the recommendation for the Franklin Community Virtual School Principalship. We have Shelby Murphy, who is an alternative education teacher at the high school presently. We're recommending that she become the first ever principal of our virtual school, as well as Mrs. Williams, who will be the halftime counselor for that program. And we're really excited. To date, we have about 39 students that have already said they're interested. And we met this afternoon to talk about that. So Mrs. Murphy will be here to accept that, hopefully here in just a few minutes. And then Mr. Betts has a couple comments.
I didn't know which one was first.
So Northwood, this is our bid recommendation. We went through a process of interviewing 3 different groups. CRG was the company that came back that we decided to go with, and this is the quote for the 2 playgrounds, the north and the south playground at Northwood, and getting this through so we can get that going. Hopefully, it'll probably be at least one of them we're looking to get done by the end of summer.
The mic, please.
I thought it was too
It's
loud.
hard to hear.
It got real whiny.
You can take it off.
All right. Now I feel like I'm on American Idol or something. But this is the route that we went. Came in a little under budget from what we were looking at to upgrade Northwood's playground. But this will get us started and moving towards getting this done. At least one of them, hopefully by the beginning of school, if everything goes correct, and then we'll work on the other one once at the beginning of the school year starts.
Also on the, I believe it's the South Playground, we are going to have a community partner join us in this with the foundation, and they're going to donate money to this. As you remember, we had a student pass away right at the start of school, and this is in memory of that student.
And we're working with that family to continue that as well, and will throughout the process. Our next one is also at Northwood. We have had a couple of instances of water damage throughout the school year this year, and it's also just the age of that carpet, and so we have worked with Shaw to get a quote for this, and they are one of the partners through the CIESC bidding process, and to replace all of the carpet over the summer there. Northwood's going to be a busy place and is in desperate need of some touch-ups. We will also be working with them, and the bid there is $303,000 to get all that done and completely updated as well. That includes installation and the carpet. And that should be going as soon as we can get that going. I think it's a 4 to 6 weeks turnaround on getting that carpet in and getting it installed then before the school year starts.
And the carpet is...
Oh, forgot about that. The carpet is up here for you all to see. I brought the carpet squares. I probably should tell you about that. Worked with Mrs. Hoagland and our carpet representative and Mr. Bright, our maintenance director, to kind of see which ones would be best. That carpet in that building was done quite a long while ago. I think the last time it was renovated. It's the big rollout carpet. So we'll be upgrading that to the carpet square. So if there's ever any damage or anything, we can move that. You can see the gray with the design in it, kind of helping if there ever are any stains or anything to help with that, kind of hide it. Or we can also, if it's really bad, pull those up and just replace those small squares instead of having to replace an entire building. So upgrading to a better product there as well. But that is laid out up there in front for you as well.
Is this the auditorium too? Could you, Mr. Betts?
Yep, the auditorium was next. I was getting ready to go there. The auditorium project that we've been working on, we did put it out for bid. We had contractors and subcontractors come in and look at it. We ended up with only 2 bids for the project, Dunlap and R.L. Turner. Dunlap came back with the low bid at $971,900 for the first round of upgrading. In front of you are renderings of the updates they'll be doing. Some of it you can't see. It's lighting, it's speakers, it's things like that, but then there are some cosmetic and soundproofing things that will be happening. In those renderings you have the white chairs. They left those as white. Actually, these chairs are what are going to be staying. So it will still be the blue chairs, the theme of our district. You'll see some of those upgrades. The carpet, the colors that will be on the walls, and then the soundproofing material is that little piece that looks like a little box there that will be across the walls and ceiling in here. But we'll be getting an all-new audio system. We'll be getting the lights redone, curtains, painting, speakers, quite a bit done in this first round. But again, Dunlap is the company that will be doing that for us here. Is that it or one more? Nope, the roof bid. We also have a bid project. We had a project about the bid for the middle school and high school roofs, and that is on here for you. And Camerling was the one that came in for the low bid, and they will be doing the work for us at both the middle school and high school. And we went through that process with STR, and those documents are in your board packets today as well. Any questions? Thank you very much.
President Sappenfield, really quickly, just a couple of quick facts about Carosalis. We do have the renewal in the consent agenda. We have had 117 cases that have been submitted to Carosalis. 73% of our overall usage is coming from our students ages 3 to 17. The 6 top reasons that they're seeking additional support is anxiety, depression, ADHD, trauma, just disruption, and suicide. We do have, from those who completed our survey, a 96.4% response with a thumbs up for the services provided. I would say the most common criticism we receive is that they over-communicate. So we've been working with them the last, I would say, 2 months to ensure that we're not driving families crazy with over-communication. They use all forms of communication, and so that has been, I would say, the #1 critique that I've received.
What were the ages again?
3 to 17. The majority of the students are 12 to 17.
Okay. Thank you.
And lastly, just wanted to highlight Mrs. Forbes, who was a teacher at Northwood Elementary. She is retiring after 27 years. We had a nice little party for her, and they showed a video back when she did live announcements as the Queen of England. It was quite the video, so we can put that up for everybody to see. And then they had one of our guest teachers is also from England, so he came and had tea with her at the end of the celebration. So it was a very special time. But Teresa's been the primary teacher for us. She's going to go and be a grandma, and she's going to travel. Her one daughter lives in Europe, and kids here, so she's going to travel back and forth and just celebrate being a grandma. So we wanted to say thank you to her.
All right, any other discussions? We need a consent agenda vote at this point. Move for approval. Have a first?
I'll second.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone not approve? All right. Thank you. Move on to superintendent reports.
Before we get started, I'd like to publicly acknowledge Ms. Murphy. She's here in the audience. Shelby, if you'd like to come up and just talk a little bit about your vision and where you see us headed in this virtual space.
Hello, I'm honored to be here tonight in front of everyone. Well, whoever's left. But I am grateful for the opportunity to serve Franklin schools in this new way on our new endeavor here for online schooling. As the alternative education coordinator at the high school, I have seen some families leave Franklin because they need a different setting. And so I'm really excited to be part of this with Christy Williams as my counselor, who I've got a great relationship with from the high school, to serve students in this new way and make them Franklin graduates once again.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
On superintendent's reports, unfortunately, Ms. Gross couldn't be here. Her stepfather passed away this weekend, so we just want to acknowledge her in this time of grief and just make sure we lift her up. But with that, we do have that time of year to discuss the budget schedule. And so for the board, we do have the 2025 proposed budget in the calendar before you. I just wanted to highlight a couple. August the 12th, we will have our budget workshop for the 2025 budget. September 9th, we'll have the public hearing on the budget. And then adoption will be scheduled for October 21st in order for us to meet the deadline of submitting to Gateway by November 1st. So those are the plans for the 2025 budget.
Tina does it better.
I know she does. We're sorry she couldn't be here. She's probably watching, so. We are pleased tonight to introduce an idea and a concept that we've been talking about. to the public. We're going to introduce you to the public, but we've been talking about here in our schools. I'd like to bring up Melissa Plunkett and Laura Alexander to the podium. Melissa is the Executive Director for League of Miracles in Central Indiana. Laura is the mastermind in trying to bring opportunities to students with special needs in our community. She's a strong advocate. She's been asking, how can we make things happen to make sports and different things come alive for all kids? And so she brought together a group of people. She created an executive board and looked at what are some possibilities. And after meeting with me and having some discussions, we've kind of settled on CBIS as a really good space to utilize this partnership for League of Miracles. So tonight, Melissa Plunkett's going to talk to us a little bit about the vision, the journey, and then if Laura wants to say anything too, she's more than welcome. But Melissa, talk to us a little bit about League of Miracles and the partnership.
Sure, except you just said everything I was going to say. So you broke my rhythm.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. So our current field is located in Canby, and we're supported through a partnership with Mooresville Schools. So we sit on Mooresville Schools property. They leased us the property for 99 years for $1. So I hear you're maybe going to do better than that. But then the facilities, they all belong to us. So we raised the funds. Kiwanis of Mooresville was responsible for that, and they continue to support us. And yeah, we're just looking kind of for the same partnership from Franklin Community Schools. We would love even to do a little better. Will you do the next? Our dream is to do even a little better, and maybe to have 2 fields on the Custer Baker space, possibly a MUSA. That's a multi-use sports arena that would be an ADA-approved turf that could be for not for tennis, for volleyball, for soccer, and for flag football. And then also, hopefully, to have a poured-in-place rubber field like we have out in Canby. It's a super cool field. That would be a baseball field that could also serve soccer and then hopefully serve the students and community of Franklin as well. Questions? Can you ask questions?
The sports you have listed here, is this what you're currently doing out in Mooresville?
We don't have flag football in Mooresville. Right now we only operate with our baseball field, but we do have soccer. We have basketball that we host in an indoor facility through a partnership with Boys and Girls Club. We have summer camp, we have spring ball, fall ball, kickball, and then we do lots of social activities because we have like a clubhouse indoor area, so we paint and we have Mother's Day crafts and things like that too.
President Sabenfield, one of the things that we liked about this site, as you can see in the picture, was easy access to the facility from the parking lot. There's hard surface for the students to get to and from on both sides. Also, the restroom facilities are already there and available. And lastly, you'll notice that rectangle gray area, those are basketball courts, and so those are already there. So some of the things are already put in place for us to really jump into this partnership. The idea would be to continue the conversation, work out the MOU and different things with our attorneys, and then shoot for the spring of 2025 to begin construction, and then utilize it hopefully by the end of 2025. Additionally, we presented to the Franklin Rotary about another partnership where they would come in and help support, and I do know that there's a lot of interest in that. I was actually in a conversation last Tuesday, and they are really targeting to do that in 2025 with us. So you're seeing a lot of community support with this endeavor. I think this is a great space. Really the only thing they'll have to look at is right now the football practice facility is right there, so we'll just move them over and also probably back to Creekside. But really this will be better utilization for our Best Buddies program, which we got to hear tonight about, and just how it serves our community as a whole.
So when you talk about football, you're talking about the Boys and Girls Club football?
Yep.
Okay.
That's,
I was going to ask what we're going to
Yep.
do. We're going to close this off so people can't get on it and tear up the field, right?
Yeah, that's how
Okay.
we have our field in Mooresville. We actually keep it even locked.
Yep.
Okay.
It's gated on both sides.
Good.
Would this just be for Franklin students or like other kids in the?
My recommendation would be that it wouldn't be, that it would be open to everyone. We receive clients from 5 different counties, including Johnson County. We mostly get the Western children, like Center Grove, come over to us. But I don't know if you'd have enough like client base. just to do Franklin only. I mean, it's a great opportunity for Whiteland, for Edinburgh, for Columbus, Shelbyville, all of those places. I'm, in my experience, just being more open to as many people as you can help and serve and partner with. It's always better.
Do you have an idea of what costs are associated with this?
Oh, too much. Easy million, probably.
Yep.
Easy. Our field was, I think, about $300,000 filled back in 2012. I would say the field was probably more like $500,000. Just the surfacing alone is about $300,000, and that's just the surface, not the underlay and the drainage and things.
And our thought right now would be a joint partnership of public and private funds.
Sure.
And we would engage both Schmidt as our architect, and then League of Miracles also has an architectural firm, so we'll partner together to look to see how we can best utilize that. I'm really excited.
Kiwanis was one of their main donors when they built in Canby.
So we're using that against Rotary a little bit, like Mooresville Kiwanis raised about $400,000 for us.
Well,
and continue.
Rotarians and Kiwanis is like a big rivalry, so
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
use that with
Yeah.
Rotary.
So I brought it up.
But they did mostly private funding for the fields in Canby. Mooresville Schools was involved in leasing the space, but a lot of it was private.
Yeah, it was, Mooresville Schools didn't contribute. I mean, they come to our gala and things like that, and they support us in the way that anytime I change something in the property, I, of course, have to present to the school board and ask for that. Any permanent structure that's going to be put up.
We will also utilize this field during the day because we have essential skills classes at CBIS and at Creekside. And so we will utilize this extensively for our use as well. So I think it's going to be exciting. I would just want to thank Laura. Really, it's her vision. It's not necessarily something that, just popped to Dr. Worland and myself and Mrs. Scott, but Laura really brought this forward in conversation with us. We've had adaptive summer programs since COVID, and then Best Buddies, and really this is just another partnership that will enhance all that learning and really serve our guiding principles well of individual student growth and collaboration. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a great program, so I just want to thank Laura and Melissa for giving us this opportunity to see a vision come alive.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So the timeline will be in probably July or August. We'll come forward with the formal agreement with Mr. Young, get the MOU going, and then that will allow us to start raising funds and move forward to that 2025 target.
Okay, perfect. Anything else?
Not at this time, thank you.
All right, we'll move on to action items. Any public comments on action items? All right. You were ready for me that time. There will be. All right, it looks, Mr. Doty knows he's already up.
Yeah, I saw my name pop up. Thank you, Mr. Sappenfield. Was here last month for a discussion item for our BSN contract. It's a 5-year agreement. Our current provider for athletic apparel and uniforms is Kratz Sports, and it's through Adidas. This is a change. This is with BSN, and it would be a Nike product. And you can see there what the percentages are for our discount off their retail cost. There's also some other incentives throughout this program that puts us in a pretty good spot financially with the athletic department. So just seeking your approval for tonight for this agreement with BSN.
Take that one at a time, Roger, or do we take everything in whole? Pardon? Do we approve these one at a time?
I would say yes.
All right, any questions for Mr. Doty on the BSN Sports Reward Program?
Move to approve.
We have a first.
Second.
Second. All those approved signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, I think you're up again.
All right, thank you, sir. The next thing on the agenda is the artwork. This is an agreement to basically lease or house the piece of artwork that was created for the NBA All-Star Game in downtown Indy. I think there were 24 basketballs that were created by different artists around for different basketball themed features from around the state, and ours, the one that we're inquiring about and we hope to get for our high school is all about George Crow. The agreement actually, one of the major things here for your consideration is that if there's any damage to this artwork, then we are obviously on the hook for that maintenance of that product and that artwork for the 5-year agreement. We did inquire about insurance on it. However, the deductible is so high that our insurance agent said we probably would just recommend that we, if there is damage, and we'll do whatever we need to do to protect the piece, but if there is damage, that we would just pay for it out of pocket instead of issuing a claim for it. So that's our insurance agent's advice. So, and I think Mr. Young has looked over this agreement as well.
And where are you going to put this again?
So it would be if you enter the main athletic entrance, which is door 16, and you come to our main trophy case there with the state plaques in it. If you look to the right as you head down the Walk of Fame, right there on the corner is actually where I want to create, I want to put this piece and then really create something about George Crow with some other memorabilia and things like that, his photo, as you enter down our Walk of Fame.
So you're going to eliminate the ice cream machine?
Yeah. I may just move it to my office. I don't know.
I'll have to reconsider this. All right. Any other discussion?
I'll move for approval.
First?
Second.
Second. All those approved signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. And whenever we do get it down, I will, my hope is to invite the artist down and do some kind of grand opening with it this summer. So, yeah, it'll be great. Thank you so much.
Mr. Doty, stay right there for a second. A few months ago, we approved Mr. Hughes Rusty to be in the name of the facility. There's been a question about when are we going to name the tennis facility after Rusty?
Yes, so August 5th, it's Monday. Rusty, we had as you're all aware, we've had a rough spring with the weather and trying to find good dates, and with all the makeup that our tennis programs had to do, he didn't want to take away from the spring tennis program, and so he is asked to push it back into the summer. We landed on August 5th. It's the official start date of boys tennis season, and it's a Monday evening, and that's the date we're going to do it. The other thing, 2 other reasons why we continued to push it back was getting the bronze plaque in his likeness. We finally got that. We received that last week, and so we'll mount that on the brick column out there where Noel Hemminger's and Bill Self's bronze plaques are also mounted, and then some signage there around the tennis courts as well. So just trying to put all that together. Things have been slow, and so we basically just decided on August 5th is that day.
And right before the match, 5 o'clock or what?
There won't be a match that night. There'll be practice, but
Okay.
6 o'clock. So after practice, and we chose August as well, so any college kids they won't be back in school yet, or have any freshmen going off to college. They will still be in town. So I think there'll be plenty of opportunity for people to come.
And we'll remind everybody again, but I know there's been a lot of questions about that coming up. So it's August 5th, 6 o'clock, right after practice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, last thing's policy, second reading.
Policy second reading, I do have one request, and that is on F-176, that we table this one, and I'm going to explain why. There's been a lot of discussion about unpaid mills. To date, we have over $20,000 that we have had to offset for this school year. And we've had a very generous community, and they've done a great job of offsetting that. In our recommendation for policy changes, there's some significant changes. And I want to describe them, and I want to write to them of the board before we put these in action. And I know Mr. Sappenfield's been involved in this, but I want to just highlight a few of those. So if you could please pull up F-176. First thing to look at is that we identify significantly negative account balances as $10. And that may not seem like a lot of money, but you can imagine as we continue to have hundreds and thousands of students that fall in this category, how much that adds up. On the second bullet, it says, if a student has significant negative balance, a student shall not be permitted to charge a la carte. What we are proposing is if a student has no remaining funds in their lunch account. So if mom and dad put money in there, but they exhaust all that, we are not going to allow them to access a la carte at that time. Because that's one of the ways they actually incur a lot of debt, is just going through a la carte and saying, oh, that's what I want to eat. So we're just saying that instead of significant negative balance, we're just saying if you have no money in there, you would not be able to use a la carte. The third bullet, that we will use our point of sale service to track each meal of the student and then notify the parents as soon as when they log into the system on those changes of what they're eating. So we're able to do that. The fourth bullet, the system will continue to send notifications until balance are satisfied. One of the things we're trying to do is just continue to communicate to parents and guardians about this. The fourth bullet, we would skip altogether. The fifth, the second to last, after incurring $25 in meal charges, students' meals may be stopped unless otherwise approved by the superintendent or designee. Let me explain, may be stopped. May be stopped means that they would stop getting an A lunch, which is the federal lunch. We would then revert back to possibly a peanut butter sandwich or something like that. They would still get lunch. It just would not be the A lunch. And it's also a may provision. The idea obviously is not to punish the students, but we need to do something to engage the parents in the conversation. And so that's some of the things that we're looking at as well. And then additionally, that last one is unpaid balances may be turned over to collections at the end of each semester. The one change we might do there, and we've talked to Mr. Young about this in the past, we would engage his firm to help us with that, and we've talked about that before as well. Instead of going to collection agency, send them over to Mr. Young, and he would help us retrieve those. So that's why I'm asking that we table this one. There are some significant changes that you've seen. Now, I just want to highlight on the May provision, back again on the lunches. We did do this prior to COVID, where the students were not receiving their type A lunch if they didn't have the funds or they were in negative balance significantly. So that's really kind of going back in time to move forward. I will tell you that our director of nutrition has a concern that we're going to end up incurring more costs because a kid walks up to the counter, they have their food, and then they say, oh, David, you have a significantly negative amount of money. They wouldn't say that, but they would see it. They would set that aside, then give the student the peanut butter. So those are some concerns on how that logistically would work. So I just want to make sure we're all on the same page before we say, yes, this is our policy. Does that make sense? Are there any questions about that?
Yeah, just to confirm, like, on the communication, because I think over-communication is critical. They get notified when the account even hits a low balance, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
What is?
I don't remember what we have it set up to. $10.
Okay.
Yep. If it drops below $10, that's what we're getting notified. Moms and dads are getting notified now.
Okay.
Dr. Warren, thank you. Just sent me a note, but I wanted to highlight this does not change anyone with free and reduced status either. This is really talking about paid lunches. So the parents did not fill out the appropriate paperwork, or additionally, so this would not identify or single out any free and reduced, nor change their practice to eat. So at this time, I would ask that we table policy F-176 before we proceed.
So move to approve these policies except for F-176.
Okay, we have a motion.
I'll second.
First and second, all those approved signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you.
Thank you, President Sappenfield.
All right. On to discussion items.
We'll just talk more policies. We're just about finished with our transition from Neola to Churchill and Antrim. We have this policy, and then we just received the last one today. So we'll be moving forward. These are really just formalities of changing from Neola to CCH&A, not a lot of significant changes, and I would just ask the board to read over these and send any questions or comments that you may have.
Spent a lot of time on school board ethics.
We did. We actually did talk a lot about the travel expenses. One of the things that you recall that the per diem and also where we travel to, sometimes like if you're traveling to Chicago for a hotel, you exceed what we can pay for. So we provide flexibility for Tina to say yes. But they must notify us ahead of time. We're not asking for someone to go someplace and say, oh, by the way, it's a big expense. Now, Ms. Campbell does a great job of helping us get to those right hotels and everything, but this does provide some flexibility for us in our present policy structure. That's it from policies.
Any public comments on discussion items? All right, we're down to board comments and administrative comments. Anything from up here?
Just want to highlight that we graduation next Saturday. Just a couple of things. If everyone could please arrive 45 minutes, in 1 hour to 45 minutes early. We will meet in Mr. Doty's office area back where we can get ready. Also, and I know I've talked to Mr. Sappenfield, but if there's a part of the alphabet where you definitely want to hand out that diploma to those set of students, please let me know. And just a reminder, if there is someone that's not in your alphabet that you want to hand their diploma to, you all just need to tap each other on the shoulder, hand it out, and then step back as we move forward. So that is next Saturday at 10 o'clock, so if you could be there by 9 in Mr. Doty's office, we'll have everybody get ready and get our hoods on and all those exciting things as we begin to take place. We've had a lot of questions about the senior walk. It is next Monday. It's an exciting time, but really want to highlight to the parents, they're more than welcome to attend the senior walk at their respective elementary schools. It's Tuesday. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, 21st. Let's do it on Monday too. It's senior walk is on Tuesday. And we're starting at Union Elementary. So if anybody would like to attend that as well. And lastly, I just want to highlight the Johnson County Public Library year in review and summer programs are attached to the board agenda tonight. So please take a few moments to look over those, also to the community, if anyone has interest in their summer programming.
The calendar of events. Anything there? All right. We'll entertain adjournment.
Let's go.
Motion. Let's go. We're adjourned.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Alberto, was that okay?